tell you guys. 3. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Libra Views. I'm Charlene. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. So I'm here to talk about Joseline's Cabaret, California, and I'm going to do episode 3 and 4 because I missed last week because I was out of town. So I figure I'll just do a double up. I'm going to try to run through episode 3 really quick because I'm not trying to be on this hoe for 45 minutes, okay? So I'm going to try to speed through episode 3 so that we can get into episode 4, which premiered last night. All right, so episode 3 opens up, and I'm still trying to figure out from the week before why the hell Chinx isn't completely taking T-Love down. Like, Chinx could totally dominate T-Love because T-Love is like 4'11" and Chinx is like 6'5". So I'm still baffled, like, okay, like, why isn't Chinx taking T-Love down? Especially when T-Love spit on her. So I'm just like, whatever. Egypt's talking to, T-Love. And I guess Egypt and T-Love are kind of close. And Egypt is acting like T-Love's therapist. Okay, Egypt is security. Egypt is emotional support. Egypt, she lets the girls feel on their booty. Egypt, she's a dancer. So Egypt, she's a reality star. So Egypt is just, she's a jack of all trades at this point because she's calming T-Love down. She's being T-Love's therapist or whatever. And we go to the next scene and Lemmy comes in, you know what I'm saying? He got his muy, tennis shoes on. Nice shades on, a nice watch, But it's something about Lemmy. It's just like, I don't know. It's just, hey, Lemmy. So they sit down. They talk about the Cabaret Club idea, which totally a great idea. Whoever came up with that, chef's kiss, the greatest idea to go from Joseline's beginning of her being a dancer to being on Living Hip Hop to now doing the cabaret, it makes total sense. I feel like that would be such a money grab. Like, even if they put that in like a very touristy area, like it could just probably make money just basically just being in a touristy area. You get what I'm saying? So great idea on that. Whoever came up with that, you ate. So after Lemmy and Joseline converse about this new Joseline's Cabaret Club, Joseline goes down to meet the ladies, and she's trying to gather up the ladies, herd the ladies together, and Miss Magic City starts saying, la da del ho, la da del ho, and I think Joseline felt like she was trying to be funny, because Joseline immediately snapped on her. Like, shut the fuck up, ho. Shut up. And I'm just like, why? Like, are you ashamed of your own music, Joseline? Like, I feel like anytime anybody, I don't know. I just feel like she just wasn't trying to be shady, or maybe she was, and I wasn't there, so I didn't pick it up. And Joseline was like, don't play, like, shut up. But it's like, why would you not be like, la da da ho, like she's singing your song, like, or like, I don't know. But Joseline starts getting in her ass, telling her to shut up, and then she immediately goes to Isis. She said, because this girl, she's rubbing off on you, okay? So, she starts cussing out Isis, and I just feel like Joseline acts like, oh, I don't understand why Isis acts this way. We have the same birthday. You don't like her, Joseline, because she acts just like you, okay? Do you think if the roles was reversed and Isis was in your position and you were in Isis' position, that you would let Isis talk to you like that, Joseline? Okay? She got into it with Mona. She got into it with Stevie. He had her on contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joseline, please. Like, girl, daggone well that you would not put up with a you. And because Isis is not kissing your ass, she acts just like you. So, girl, bye. So, Joseline announces that she's going to be giving $50K to the girls. So the girls are excited. She introduces the new girls. We got Love from Baltimore, the wrestler girl, Miss Magic City, the DC girl, the Ohio girl with the contacts, And then so Neek jumps in. And do y'all notice that Neek calls Joseline? She's like, Joseline. And my whole thing is, it's more difficult to say Jocelyn than it is to say Joseline. I feel like Joseline rolls off my tongue way simpler than Jocelyn. But Neek is just so Baltimore in that way. But she basically was like, this new girl from Ohio with the contacts, she is a Sagittarius. And they had a little kiki off of that. So Gypsy versus Erica. Okay, I'm going to speed through this because really, who gives about Erica Mena? I call black women monkeys when I get mad. Like, who cares about her? Like, and I don't have like no like beef or whatever with her. But my whole thing is, it's like, I'm with Egypt. Like, why are we bringing, you know, Erica Mena's bullshit to the Cabaret? Was she trying to do some type of like whatever because they didn't have a reunion for her show? Like, I am kind of confused. Like, I'm with Egypt in that regard. Like, this is not Erica's show. So why are we talking about this here? So whatever. She's going at Gypsy and I'm with Gypsy. Like, Erica Mena, at the end of the day, you were being messy as hell by bringing up her kids. Like, and then what Gypsy said online is that they edited it out. But Gypsy apparently said that, Erica said that Gypsy's son was autistic. I think Gypsy has a few kids and one of them is autistic. So Erica was like, and your autistic son, they edited it out so we didn't hear it. But Erica said your autistic son. And I'm with Gypsy. Why are you even bringing up my kid? We are on a dancing stripper show where people pop pussy and show their nipples and do all types of crazy stuff. And the subject matter of the conversation was her having sexual intercourse with a porn star. So why are you bringing up my kids? Like, we're not even talking about something that has anything to do with kids. I'm at a cabaret show, which is an adult sexual XXX type of show that I'm trying to be a part of. And I was on a dating show where now we're discussing me having intercourse with a porn star. Why are you connecting my kids to that? You get what I'm saying? So Erica, please, you were being effing messy. You know, you were acting like, oh, like, you know, I was just like giving you kudos and blah, 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 blah. Like, what if she didn't know that? What if she didn't want the whole entire group of ladies and I guess all of America with the cameras there to know that one of her children has a disability? What if she did not want anybody to know that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, you know how kids are, you know how internet is. I don't know how old her children are, but you know, the internet can like anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? So it's just like, Erica, please, like, stop trying to play a mother and victim. So Love is just like, I'm happy. So basically, Gypsy attacked Erica, and when Gypsy attacked Erica, all the ladies attacked Gypsy. You know, T-Love is corny. T-Love is like, come on. Like, it's just like, T-Love, relax. Like, girl, T-Love is extremely unlikable to me this season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think she's like a cute girl. I like her style, I like her swag. I like the fact that she can rock a shortcut. Not many women can do that. So she's cool. But like, I don't really like how she's doing. Like, you know what I mean? You're trying to attack Gypsy and it's just like, I can see, even though I felt like Egypt was doing too much, I can see why if Egypt would follow up. She claimed that her foot got cut when Gypsy attacked Erica and smashed the glasses and the candles. Okay, I can see that. Neek, I'm also kind of disappointed in you because Neek, why are you jumping in? Like, relax, girl. Like, you already fought. You and Joseline had a scene. You guys had a hug, which you already know is going to go viral. It's going to be a big part of the episode. You fought Danny. You fought Drea. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to, like, jump in on that. But maybe everybody was just drunk. I understand Des jumping in with Des because Jess said that, oh, okay, Erica is my homegirl. I really don't think anybody should be jumping, but I'm just saying, like, I can see why people would jump in. T-Love, you were not needed. And Neek, I'm disappointed in you. Like, girl, you could have really sat that out. But Love is happy. Because, you know, Gypsy was the one that was blowing up Love's spot, saying that, you know, Love was saying F the OGs and this, that, and the third. So Love was like, girl, I'm happy, you know, good riddance. My problem is just getting rid of themselves, you know. So but before I end the episode, I will say Isis is running the girls. Like, that's one thing I will say. Like, and that's another thing that's a Joseline quality. Like, Joseline's like, she acts nothing like me, blah, blah, blah. She acts everything like you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's very controlling. Like, she told Andrea, she was like, fight her. Like, talking about Gypsy before Gypsy left. Like, Isis told Andrea, like, fight her, and Andrea fought her. You know what I'm saying? And I think in the next episode after that, Andrea told somebody else. Oh, Andrea was to Ocean when Ocean's. I'm gonna get to it in a couple minutes when I start the next episode, the review of the next episode. But when Ocean's was fighting Miss Magic City, and Isis was like, "Yeah, Ocean's gonna whip your ass. Ocean's gonna whip your ass." And I'm like, Isis, is you the mama, or is the grandma the baby? Like, what is going on? I don't know. So that's pretty much the end of episode 3. So, skirt. Let's work it out and let's get to episode 4, okay? So Gypsy leaves or whatever, and Gypsy basically said that she wants a one-on-one with every mother and bitch that jumped her, okay? So we'll see what happens once we get to the reunion, okay? So Andrea meets up with the girls, and it's some of the new girls in there or whatever. Andrea is wrapped up like a bedazzled condom, okay? I don't know what type of outfit that was, but she definitely looked a bedazzled condom. But she's basically telling the girls, like, yeah, like, whatever, like, yeah, me and Danny, we fight, like, we make up, we're friends, blah, 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 blah. And if you think that what happened today was something serious, respectfully, you might as well leave. And she ain't lying. Because Andrea has been with Joseline's Cabaret for a few seasons at this point, for sure. And Andrea gets down. Win, lose, or draw, Andrea and Danny, they get down. So Des and Chinks address each other. Whole bunch of blah, 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 back and forth. I feel like Des was drunk. Blah, 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 back and forth. And they pretty much squash it, okay? You can see, envy Erica. Erica, with her goddamn Buzz Lightyear shaped ass head was like, bitch, look, she basically said it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Des was just she was drunk and doing the most, but they ended up squashing, like, their situation. So Joseline, it's the next scene. Joseline's standing with Ballistic. She got her 2, like, ponytails or whatever, looking like Dora the Explorer. And she basically is talking about how she's happy that the girls stood up for Erica. Stood up for Erica Mena or whatever. That was nice of her. Oh no, actually, I'm a scene ahead. They're still at the party or whatever, and basically, Joseline was basically saying she's happy that the girl stood up for Erica. Joseline is laughing one minute, she's happy one minute, she's crying the next minute. Miss Mama's emotions are all over the place, okay? Joseline is absolutely distraught. So Joseline ain't like girls fighting for Erica and not her. So Joseline definitely did mention, like, okay, like, yes, the girls stepped in, they fought for Erica, but they fight for Erica, but they don't fight for me. I kind of knew Joseline would feel some type of way about that, so it's crazy that she said that. So we go to the next scene, and all the ladies are in the kitchen. Neek, Lexi Gold, some of the other ladies, and Lexi's been pretty much saying her eye is scratched, okay? One thing about Chinks, she's a scratcher. Okay, now when she fought T-Love, she didn't beat T-Love down to the ground as you would expect she would because of her size. Even though she didn't beat her down to the ground, she scratched Chinks all in her face. So she scratched T-Love all in her face. So Chinks is a scratcher, okay? So when Lexi Gold said that she had to go to the hospital or she had to go to the doctor because she had a scratch on her cornea, I was just like, yeah, like, one thing about Chinks, she might not be able to fight like on some Taseki type of stuff, but when you walk away, you're gonna know that Chinks was there, okay? I know that's right. So Love pretty much is talking about, so Neek is pretty much confronting Love, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Neek, like, but okay, I get it, it's a show, so you have to address that, but I just feel like, who cares if she said it? Like, who cares if she said F the OGs? Like, when y'all get to it, let her say it to y'all face. And when you get to the dance floor, like, just thrash that bitch. Like, I just feel like Neek, like, why are you trying to be like, oh, like, blah, blah, blah. But nonetheless, Neek was confronting her like, oh, you said that you said F the OGs. Now you saying don't F the OGs. And Love just seems like a young girl. Like, she's giving me like Ming Ling, Nicki Minaj, little sister. Like, she's giving me like Ming Ling type of energy. Like, Ming Ling, I think, is like 19. Like, a child, like a kid, so young-minded, you know what I mean? So it's just like, that's what love is giving me. Love is giving me like, is love even 21? Like, that's what love is giving me. Like, she's a little child. So it's like, now, you know, she's like, well, I have some concussions and this. Girl, she probably did say it, but again, she's young, and you know, I think Nika's a little older, and so the conversation is just going to be stupid anyway because the bitch is so young. So Egypt enters the room with T Love. Now T Love is sitting on the couch, and the way Egypt entered the room had me crying laughing because she entered the room like a sitcom. Like, that shit was so funny. She opened the door, she was like, "Hey, you in there?" And then she like turned around and like walked in the room, like, you know, she opened the door and walked through. So I thought that was cool. I thought that was funny. So Egypt and T Love start talking about the Natural and T Love beef. Okay, now Joseline said in the first episode or two that T Love and her sister, or sisters, I'm not clear, jumped Miss Natural and beat her so bad that she peed on herself. So obviously, if you know what you know, you pretty much know that this situation was going to come to a head. This drama was going to come to a head. And one thing I will say that I appreciate about Joseline's Cabaret is at least the beef in Joseline's Cabaret is 100% authentic. Like, the issues on the show, it just feels real. And it just makes the show more engaging, and it just makes you really want to watch it and like see what's going on, because it's stuff that really went on, and they're addressing it now here on the show. So you can't really beat that. So T Love says that Miss Natural swung on her sister. Now, I don't know if production edited the story or not, so that it only said that T Love said that Miss Natural swung on her sister. But I'm like, so that's all that happened? You know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like that story is fishy. Now, like I said, if T Love explained the whole story and then the producers took out some of the story to make it shorter and we're missing out on details, then okay. But to me, it sounds like T Love was on some BS and her family was on some BS, to be 100% honest, because how do you tell a story and say, yeah, like, we jumped this girl and made her pee because she swung on my sister? Okay, so like, were you guys walking into Rite Aid and she just came up and just swung on your sister? Like, you know, and not even taking anybody's side, but why would you not tell the story situation? Oh, girl, we was in the club, we was dancing, Miss Natural got offended, she started getting loud, we was telling her to call. Like, where's the story? Like, it's given, you might be in the wrong, because like, where's the story? Like, I don't understand. So T Love says that Natural gave Joseline an ultimatum after T Love and her sisters fought. Natural must have called Joseline and was like, either she goes or I go. You know, that's it. And Joseline ended up firing. And I think T Love did the same thing, and Joseline ended up firing both of their ass. Okay? That Scorpio ain't going to be told what to do. Okay? Like, let's be clear. So Egypt says that Natural was messing up Egypt's bookings. And as we know, yes, Egypt and Miss Natural were dating. Like, at one point, they were screwing, dating, whatever. So Egypt feels some type of way, obviously, because they were dating. They were close, obviously, at some point. And she's like, girl, like, why would you try to stop my bag? So T Love and Egypt are kind of like bonding for like the hate that they have for Miss Natural. So Chinks versus Lex with Natural and Isis. Who the is Lex? Oh, so all the girls are outside. I'm trying to read my notes. I'm actually doing well on time, man. So all the girls are outside. It's Isis. It's Miss Natural. It's Miss Magic City. It's Oceans. It's the Jane Doe. It's Chinks. Like, you know, whatever. So Chinks and Lex, you know, go at each other. Who the is Lex? No, seriously, who is Lex? Well, Isis come out and want to fight Danny, okay? Isis smacked the glasses off of Danny's face. And Isis was even like, girl, like, didn't you just smoke my blunt? Like, we literally just chilled and smoked, like, this morning, and now you're trying to fight me. And Danny's like, yeah. So Isis got up and smacked the glasses off of her or whatever. And so then they make up or whatever on some dumb shit, like whatever. Okay, so T-Love and Joseline. So T-Love meets up with Joseline, and she's telling, Joseline's like, are you going to be able to work with Natural? Are you going to be able to work with beside her? Blah, 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 blah. And T-Love was like, yeah, like, I'm pretty, like, yes, like, I'm definitely able to work with her. Like, she jumped my sister. Like, she did some foul shit. Like, it is what it is. Now, Natural says that, this is Natural's side of the story. Natural says that she had a booking with T-Love, 2 bookings, and T-Love was drunk. T-Love was slumped over, and her sister mushed her, or T-Love mushed her, and, you know, then they started fighting or whatever. But what it sounds like to me, because both of them is probably lying and not telling the full story. What it sounds like to me is that yes, they had bookings. They were cool. I think they're both from the Midwest. So they had bookings. They were making money together. T-Love, who has admitted that she likes to drink, that she gets turned up, that she likes to have fun. T-Love was probably getting drunk, doing too much. Miss Natural was probably being all serious and, you know, really trying to take the gigs and take the money and take everything serious. She is a Scorpio. They're a little controlling, you know, so I think it's a mixture of both. Like, they were at a booking. T-Love was doing the most. Miss Natural was being mad strict. You know, the sister was getting involved. Miss Natural and T-Love were kind of probably getting into it. The sister probably stepped in to take up for T-Love, and Miss Natural snuffed her. And then they jumped her. Like, it's giving something like that. But the information that Miss Natural said and the information that T-Love said, neither one of them felt like the unadulterated truth. Okay? Neither one of it sounded like it. Okay, so just from listening to both, that's what it sounds like. Okay, but long story short, Joseline brings the ladies. She brings the ladies to come and fight. Okay, T-Love walks out with her 2-piece tight-fitted outfit on with, you know, her head, and as Joseline will call her, looking like a dirty Q-tip or whatever. Miss Natural come out with her, you know, sweatsuit 2-piece on and a do-rag, looking like the stepdaddy from Baby Boy when he choked up Jody. Okay, I said, okay, it is about to go down. Basement, okay? So they get to fighting. And I mean, I would say it was from the way that, you know, Miss Natural was looking, you know, maybe it did seem like, you know, she might have maybe beat T-Love a little bit more, but it seemed like pretty neutral. The fight was pretty neutral, but more so leaning to Miss Natural's side, for sure. And then the second round, I feel like, you know, obviously Natural got that. Like, she was hitting her, she knocked her down or whatever. But, you know, they said the beef is over for now. T-Love wants an apology. Miss Natural's probably not going to apologize. But we shall see. We shall see what happens as the season goes on. So that was my review. I'm actually proud of myself. Like, I did this in a little over 23 minutes. And I did 2 reviews, okay? I'm not even gonna lie, like, these probably weren't like the best of the reviews. I mean, you know, the best of the episodes, so maybe that's why I didn't have like much to talk about, but we still did that though. So again, thank you for tuning in to my channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and until next time, and comment. And until next time, deuces.
Oh! Shout out to everybody. I had fun. I gotta be good.